success is also a process. You see anybody that is out there in the world and you see them as they are this amazingly successful person, I want to say to you this morning that it didn't just happen. You can hate on people that have made whatever amount of money that they've made in the same business that you have. But I want you to recognize that it didn't just happen. It was a process. They went through some hard times and learned some difficult lessons along the way and had to take some healthy risks here and there to get to where they are. You see, we always say that saying, but a lot of times we don't really walk it out. You know my story. You know the glory, but you don't know my story. That's just the reality of what we sometimes experience. The reality is it also takes place when it comes to pastors and those who are moving in the things of God. You may be able to look and say, man, I love how Pastor Kears on a Wednesday night, he breaks down the word of God in a way that I never understood. I like how Pastor James got up there on Easter Sunday and he preached that word and it spoke to my heart and my soul. But the reality is you can look and you can see us all up here polished up and ready to go with the full understanding of the gospel of Jesus Christ and try to present it to you in a way that you can understand. But what you don't understand is what we went through to get that word for you. If you ever get a chance, you can talk to our wives. You see, they see us when we're in the midst of our study. And I can guarantee you when I'm trying to search out the deep things of God, I don't look like this. I like to say I woke up like this, but I didn't. When we're studying, sometimes we toil and we push. And I don't know about you, PJ, but sometimes I'm man enough to admit it. Sometimes I cry. Lord, I just want to hear from you, Lord, please. God, help me, Jesus. And sometimes he withholds that understanding to force you to go deeper, deeper, deeper. But I'm telling you, I didn't just wake up this morning with a word called suddenly. I promise you that it took me some time. I promise you it took me some thought. I promise you it took me some prayer. I promise you it took me some fasting. The reality is the preaching of the gospel of Jesus Christ, it's a process. It doesn't just happen. Not only is success a process, but failure is also a process. You don't just wake up one morning and just all of a sudden start failing. It doesn't work that way. Failure happens gradually over time. And I'm not talking about just one failure or two failures, but if you find yourself just consistently going downhill in any area of life, there's a process that led to a failure. I was an educator, and I would talk to my students about this all the time. They would come, and first marking period, they'd be going strong, going hard, and doing all that they could. And then, come second marking period, they start slowing down. And I would tell them, hey, you're starting to slack. You got this many missing assignments. You failed this many tests. Then third marking period comes, and they continue the downward trend. Then I give a call home. Hey, you got to stay at the school, try to make up some of this work. Fourth marking period comes. You need 4 years of English. You can't fail this. You will be in summer school. Last day of school comes. Sorry, son, got to give you your F today. Well, what do you mean? I've been doing, no. This has been a process of failure. It didn't just start yesterday. You've been failing since the second marking period. And I told you about it. Failure is a process of repeated poor actions and decisions. This is why I say to you, as children of God, we have no excuse for losing. Jesus Christ in heaven. Either we win or we learn. We've got no excuse for losing. Failure, somebody say failure, it's a process. Now,